由你喺日本上場嗰一刻，我發誓我以後從此都唔會再關注你，唔會喺你身上使一毫子。此視頻為證。
And no one can hear. You almost feel ashamed.
Someone could be that important. They do things.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never.
He is the best finisher in world football.
It's unbelievable.
I've never seen anything like it.
It was terrible. Yes, we know that you've seen over our shoulder. Harry,
sorry, Harry, you're Harry.
Thank you very much, mate.
You just watched your goals there. The second goal you scored.
Yeah.
I mean, just put us in the picture. I mean, you're scoring goals from left, right, and centre. But that was a fantastic finish, that.
Yeah, no, that was a good finish, I think. The way we pressed throughout the whole game was at a high level, and, you know, that ball kind of fell nicely to me. And I had a quick look over the shoulder to see how much space I had, and I knew I could let the ball run. And then it was just about using the defender. Most defenders like to kind of open their legs a little bit. And, yeah, obviously it kind of went perfectly into that far corner.
It's been an amazing start to this season. You've already personally scored 10 goals, but this was kind of the first real test at the highest level. How do you feel that this went for you today?
Yeah, it was a high-level game, playing against a really good opponent. Obviously, the Club World Cup champions. We expected a tough game, but I thought from start to finish, the way we moved the ball, the angles we showed, the quick passing, the chances we created was at a real high level. So, yeah, look, whoever we play, we try and play in the same way, the same style, with the same intensity, and I think we showed that out there today.
Harry, can I just ask you a question? I read some of your quotes this morning in the press, and you were mentioning the fact that you were coming up against Chelsea and obviously the rivalry, and you were at Tottenham, and it just adds that little bit of motivation. So how nice is it to get a couple of goals and give one back to Chelsea?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, guys, I'm just hearing something else in my ear as well. It's kind of muddled up with
the question is,
Jamie.
Obviously from your quotes, from saying your Tottenham background against Chelsea, so you know that will give you a little bit of extra motivation. How was that today to then get 2 goals against them?
Yeah, you know, playing against, you know, for Tottenham, there was a London rival for us for a long time. We had a lot of tough games against them. We had title runs against them, and yeah, so I think, you know, for me personally, being you know, a player from Tottenham, there's always a little bit added in these type of games. And yeah, you know, it's a different atmosphere, it's a different style of play. When teams come to Bayern Munich, you know, we expect to win, we expect to be the dominant team, and I think we showed that today. So from a striker's point of view, I, you know, knew I was going to get chances today, and thankfully I was able to put a couple away.
Do you think you are in better condition to win this tournament, which is Bayern's brief every year, than you were last season?
Yeah, I think so. I think you know, people maybe forgot last year was Company's first season with us. We changed a lot. We you know, in the Bundesliga especially, we went to a real high level and was able to retain, well, get that title back. And in the Champions League, you know, there was times I felt, especially in that Inter Milan game in the quarterfinal, we done enough to win that game, but the moments we didn't quite take. So it's another year on. The way we train, the way we work together, I think it's just building that relationship more and more. And now we're going into this season, you know, with the start that we've had, so that will only build confidence.
I was just going to ask, we haven't spoken to you since you won your first trophy.
Yeah, I know.
You've had all this personal success, all the goals. You played 102 games for Bayern. You've scored 96 goals, which is fantastic. You've 23 penalties have you scored, off 24. I mean, the stats are incredible. But you won this trophy. What's that been like for you?
It's been nice. You know, it was a long time coming. A lot of hard work from, you know, my first games to my first trophy, for sure. A lot of highs, a lot of lows. But ultimately, it was just a great thing to kind of tick off in my career, and you know, it feels like a long time ago now. I'm someone who moves on fairly quick. I enjoyed the moment. We had some good celebrations for sure. And then yeah, look, we're in a new season. My focus is on this year. We won the Super Cup as well, which was nice. And then you know, our hunger, not just me but the team, is to push on now, and that's no different for me.
Okay, we've got to let you go. Thank you very much. Sorry about the sound there.
Cheers,
I'm
guys.
sure that the
Thanks,
game...
Harry.
Next time.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Need to bring a towel for Uncle Pete.
It might be
Uncle
warm
Pete, you're
out there.
sweating.
Warm out there in Munich. Your thoughts on Harry Kane's performance and just your expectations for him this season?
For me, the whole team. You know, obviously he's the guy at the end of it, but the way they press as a team, he said it himself, it is just outstanding what they're doing. Hopefully they can carry on like this, but the way they played as a team, to be able to score 10 goals like that, we all know what he can do, and he's been doing it year in, year out, whether if it was at Tottenham or now at Bayern Munich. So goals will always be. But the way they play as a unit right now, it does look good against a team. Yes, we all know maybe it's not the best team in Europe, although they won the Club World Cup. I'm talking about in this competition, you will think more about Barcelona and other teams, obviously, and Paris Saint-Germain. But Bayern does look good. And like I said, I wanted to ask that question, but Peter did ask it. I think for me, he will be looking to win the Champions League.
Can I just ask you, sorry, Kate, about striker Kane? How good is, you played in that position, how good is he in terms of, obviously we know his all-round game, but when we talk about elite strikers, especially over the last 20 years, where would you put him? What bracket would you put him? How much do you rate him?
What I like is the evolution of the player. I remember going to see him one time and for a previous job that I was doing, and I asked him, you know, like, you score a lot of goals, but sometimes you forget about your teammates and you don't try to look for a pass. He said, "You're right, I'll work on that." Then he came up with it. Then, you know, he's trying to get better all the time, and he's been doing it. And, you know, the higher you go, and you know, no disrespect to Tottenham, he's playing with in a better team now. So that will enhance his quality.
What advice did you give him in that moment?
Oh no, I didn't have to give him anything because I saw the way he was talking and in his eyes that he is a guy that works. Do you understand what I mean? That he didn't need anything. You could see that he knew, you know, what he had to do. And by the way, it's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to do it, and he did it.
I think he's England's greatest ever centre forward or goal scorer. You know, he's done it in the Premier League with a team who aren't one of the top teams. He's gone abroad now by Munich, huge pressure, all eyes on him. What was his numbers there? 90-odd goals in 100 games or something like that.
Ridiculous.
He's been a top goal scorer in the World Cup. He is one of the greatest goal scorers the game's seen. And I think, you know, you think of some great strikers England have had in the past, and obviously some great ones.
So
he's got the most.
Shearer? You think he's higher than Shearer?
No,
I'm not. It's not a debate. It was like,
I know he's your mate because of the podcast, but he scored more goals for England than Shearer. If he'd have stayed in the Premier League, he'd have got the Premier League thing as well. He's gone abroad to one of the biggest clubs in the world and scored goals. It's like his numbers are off the scale.
I get your argument, and I wasn't. I wasn't saying, but obviously the times are different then. What, he's got 260 goals in the Premier League, Alan Shearer, arguably against better defenders at this time. So when you say...
What do you mean arguably? I was a defender probably...
Yeah, but centre-halves back then were greater than now. True or not true?
I don't know. Van Dijk's playing now.
But that's one... Name 6 top defenders in the Premier League right now.
Right now. He's not playing in the Premier League now, he's in the Bundesliga.
Oh my God.
No, but I think, the discussion went too far. Like, if we go back to the player, I would say that for me, if we talk about a complete striker, that's him.
Yeah, he can come deep, he can get on the ball, he can play people in, he's the best striker
We can raise question
had.
about pressing, because pressing also is part of being a striker. But if we go, when you're on the ball, he can drop, he can ping, maybe he cannot play on the right or on the left, which is different because we all know he's a 9. but this guy is complete.
The thing I get a bit thingy with Harry Kane is that he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Now, I've just said something like, I think he's the best, but you've straight away said Shearer, and Shearer was amazing, and I think lots of people would say what you've said. But when you just stack his numbers and his facts up there, I don't know why it's not even just a given that he is. He's playing for Tottenham, a team who haven't won the league for about 60 years. He's playing for England, he's scored more goals, got more caps than probably any. He's got more goals than anyone.
You can't do it off that. It was.
What was it off then?
Internationally, it was way harder.
Why was it? Why was it?
They're back at it.
Okay. Why was it?
England played now in the qualifiers.
We have a convo.
It's a lower standard than it was before.
Anyway, anywho, as you would say.
Okay.
Anywho.
Decided to really go for it. Is Skarka.
Hello. Excuse me.
Asking the question about handball.
Any good restaurant here? Good restaurant.
And Kane is going to go for it.
English?
Has he beaten Joan? I don't believe that. That is absolutely extraordinary.